Welcome to Mission Past, where we look at archaeology and history behind video games while simultaneously trying to complete a mission. Today, an oldie but a goldie, Call of Duty 2, and what's been described as the most dramatic event that took place on D-Day, the Battle of Pointe du Hoc. Let's go. Last week was the 76th anniversary of D-Day, so I thought it'd be a good time to have a look at this mission. First, a bit of background. Pointe du Hoc was a well-defended cliff-top position on the English Channel. Allied intelligence had identified a battery of 6 155mm artillery guns, well in range of the American forces landing at Utah and Omaha beaches. And so on the morning of D-Day, a force from the 2nd Range Battalion were tasked with landing on the beach, scaling the 30-metre high cliffs, assaulting the position head-on, and putting the guns out of action. And that's going to be our primary task. Destroy those guns.
30 seconds, Yanks! Got me with you!
Hey, Brayburn, you look like you're gonna puke.
You know what, Daddy? Why don't you just... Dog company...
225 Rangers from the 2nd Battalion in 10 landing craft, one of which sank, and all but one of the occupants of that landing craft drowned. Okay, here we go. Taking a lot of fire. Ooh, get down. And in a second, they're going to fire these rocket-propelled grappling hooks. Which they really had, and they really did. Right, let's go. This is homage to Saving Private Ryan. Thanks, old boy. Right, we're going to grab this rifle in front of us, get a bit more ammo. Now, the real landing was 40 minutes behind schedule at about 10 past 7 in the morning of D-Day. That's because of navigation problems and bad weather. Let's take this guy out. There he goes. As well as ropes, the Rangers had planned to land several amphibious vehicles carrying ladders requisitioned from the London Fire Brigade, but they couldn't get the vehicles up the beach because it was too covered in craters from Allied bombing, so they mainly relied on ropes. Attention to detail here. Heavy Allied bombing on the top of Pointe du Hoc had caused the cliff to collapse and formed these ramps of earth at the bottom, which apparently went a third of the way up the cliff, so that made it a bit easier for the Rangers to get up to the top of the cliff. A bit easier. Oh. Look out. Here's a photo of the Rangers practicing for the operation, using ropes and ladders. Right, we're getting towards the top here. The Rangers lost 15 men on the beach, and the first Ranger was on top of the cliffs 5 minutes after landing, which is pretty impressive. Now,
Sergeant Randall! The guns are gone! They're not here! What? The guns aren't here! The Krauts must have moved them someplace!
this is exactly what happened when the Rangers got on top of Pointe du Hoc. They realised that the guns, which were wheeled artillery pieces, had all been removed prior to the landing by the Germans. So they continued inland. Right, I'm going to get in this trench, change to the Thompson, and move up the left-hand side of the map. Oh, that's a grenade. Let's throw a few back. Reload. Careful around this corner. Okay. Machine gun position just here on the right. A machine gun position called a Tobruk, which we'll come back to later. Oh, blimey. That was acrobatic. Talking of Saving Private Ryan, I feel like Private Jackson. Okay, we're going to smoke over here because there's another machine gun bunker just on the right, which is attacking me now. Let's reload. Take this guy out, and we'll Come on. Almost dead. Good job it's not on veteran. Okay. Take this guy out. Smoke's up, so let's move into this crater. A few grenades. Right. Tally-ho, chaps! Follow me. Over the top. Blimey. Oh. Grenades flying everywhere. Whoi! Oh, blimey. I've gone a bit Rambo here. I'm all on my own. Let's grenade this bunker. Right, having learned nothing from the previous assault, let's jump over, storm the bunker. Tally-ho! There it is. Oh, hide. Oops. That was a terrible grenade. Ah, reinforcements. Where have you been, fellas? Call of Duty 2, of course, the first Call of Duty to have regenerating health. Thank God for that. One thing that really helped the Rangers on the day was that Allied shelling and bombing had created a network of craters that they could move between whilst assaulting Pointe du Hoc. And here they're calling in fire support from the Allied ships in the Channel, but I have read that their radios didn't work on the day, the Rangers, so I'm not sure how accurate that is. Coming back to the machine gun positions called Tobruk's, the machine gun is basically at ground level, which is great for flat terrain, but in a moonscape of craters like Pointe du Hoc was on D-Day, they were relatively ineffective. And here actually is a photo of pre-invasion bombing of Pointe du Hoc by Allied planes. Anyway, back on mission. Let's throw a couple of potato mashers. It's a great name for stick grenades. Look out. We're now going to fight our way through a village.
Yes, sir! Keep it moving!
The US Rangers were elite infantry, formed in 1942, inspired by the British Commandos, and part of their training meant that they didn't require centralised command. Small groups of 2 to 5 men rallied together to go about specific objectives. This made attacks like this very rapid, and it's something that's shown quite well, I think, on this level. You're always attacking in these small groups of 5 to 6 men acting on initiative. Ooh, he bought it. Oh, grenade. That was an Allied grenade. I don't know who threw that. Right, let's smoke out. Oh, sorry. I think there's a machine gun position. Yes, you can hear it. Is it Private Jackson? Is that right? From Saving Private Ryan? Barry Pepper is the actor. Trying to shoot his thumbs there. That's not working. Okay, let's go in. This is brave. Oh no. Oh, that was close. Mano a mano there. Hope you like your potatoes mashed. Ooh. Right, let's get moving forward again. Oh. Okay, let's reload. Oh, there's loads of them here. Let's just hide in the toilet. Let's just hide in the toilet. Close the door. No. What did you do during D-Day? Well, I hid in a toilet. Okay, let's keep going. The Rangers assaulting Pointe du Hoc had a remarkably small force, just 225 men. The original plan was when they got to the top of the cliff... Missed. When they got to the top of the cliff, to light some flares, which was the signal for 500 more Rangers from the 2nd and 5th companies to land and join them. But because the landing was delayed by about 40 minutes, those 500 extra Rangers ended up landing on Omaha. And some people say that was decisive in making the Omaha landings, which was stalling, successful. Oh, grenade. Oh, let's keep moving. Let's keep moving around to the left here.
Cover me, I'm reloaded!
Oof. Private Jackson time. You ought to put me up to and including 1 mile of Adolf Hitler. Pack your bags, boys. War's over.
Yes, sir! Reloading! Keep the crouch off my back, will ya?
Alright, we're just about to approach the coastal road, which was 500 miles south, inland, of where the guns should have been.
Hold here and watch the road for German reinforcements. Corporal Taylor, you're with me.
And here's something again in this level that's quite historically accurate. A 2-man patrol led by Leonard Lommel, here's a picture, he was the acting commander of D Company, he was 24 years old on D-Day. Him and Staff Sergeant Jack E. Kuhn went down a narrow road and they discovered 5 of the guns in an orchard, much like this.
Get in there and fix them with your thermite grenades. I'll keep an eye open for Kraut patrols.
And sure enough, as Kuhn looked out for the enemy, Lommel used thermite grenades to destroy the guns. A bit like we're going to do now. If I can get round this gun. Thermite grenades created bursts of high temperature which effectively welded metal together. And these were placed on the gun's elevating and traversing mechanisms which rendered them useless. According to Lommel, the guns were facing towards Omaha Beach, 6 miles to the east, as the Allies had feared they would be. The guns were unmanned, but on the other side of the hedgerow, as we can hear, there was a large group of Germans. They didn't notice the destruction of the guns because a thermite grenade doesn't explode, it burns. And so there wasn't a bang that alerted the nearby enemy soldiers.
Hurry up, Taylor, get the hell out! We gotta get back to the rally point!
And so there we go, that's the destruction of the guns, fairly accurately portrayed. And this was accomplished by 9 o'clock. And so an hour and 50 minutes after landing, they'd found the guns and destroyed them. They were the first Allied unit to accomplish its mission, or the primary part of its mission, on D-Day.
The rest of you stay here and hold this road until the rest of the company shows up.
Right, so in the last part of this mission, we've got to clear the bunkers on the coast.
Did you guys find those guns?
Damn right we got it! Why the hell do you think we're back?
Oh, we got them, all right. We got them.
Enemy shooting at you!
Moving up. I know this happens in the next mission in the main campaign, but once they'd secured the point, the Rangers were counterattacked by the German 914th Grenadier Regiment. In fact, there they are. They're coming at us. They attacked the Rangers for the rest of D-Day and the following day. So, grenade! And it wasn't until... Hang on a minute. Right, and it wasn't until the 8th of June that the Rangers were properly relieved. Is that the last guy? There's one more. Got it. Alright. They held out for 2 days as the Germans tried to push them back into the sea. We're almost out of ammo on the old Thompson, so we'll swap it for the MP40. Let's go. Right, we've got to fight our way back now. Through these houses. Could have cleared the bunkers at the beginning and then we wouldn't have to go back the way we came. Anyway. This is a classic game. I think this is one of the best Call of Duty campaigns. And one of the oldest. Are those... Ah, they are. Enemy. Right, so I'm quite bad at this next bit. When the gate gets blown open, I've kept dying in the attempts I've made before this. So I'm really hoping that this isn't the end. Just got to be careful when we go through this gate. I'm going to try and swing around to that grey bunker on the left there. No sprint button, of course, on Call of Duty 2. Much missed. Right. Let's wait for our guys to back us up here. Not a lot of cover at this point, so just going to stay here for a bit. Let's throw a smoke. We can get this guy in the bunker. I'm sure there's another bloke in there. Yeah, there is. Oof. Where is that coming from? How can he see us through the smoke? I can see him. X-ray vision through the smoke over here. Must be using cheats. Aimbot. We're switching back to the Thompson. It's better. Where is this guy? He's still there. The hacker's still there. Kick him off the server. Right. Okay. It's clearing. There he is. Gotcha. Okay. This is the... Oh, blimey. This is the... Oh. Really having a hard time. Okay. I'm going to assault this next bunker now. Let's reload the Thompson. Oh, back in cover. The amount of times I've almost died. Oh, grenade. Got him. Oh. Just shot his helmet off. Grenade again. In 2012, the US National Archives released several copies of the Rangers' orders, and the commander, Lieutenant Colonel Rudder, had been told of the guns removal prior to landing. And it wasn't until 2012 that came out. His orders actually went beyond taking Pointe du Hoc. He was to move along the coast and take the town of Grand Camp. I hope I've pronounced that correctly. Mon français est terrible. Anyway, so he was supposed to move inland to the southeast and end up in a place called Osmanville. The Rangers weren't able to do this because of the German counterattack. But the mission wasn't just about taking out the guns. Right, bunker time. More bunkers than a golf course, this place. Whee! Grenades in. Clear it out, and there's still two blokes alive. Right, on to the final bunker now. This is the last one. This final bunker is the observation post, and there is an account of the Rangers attacking it by throwing grenades and firing bazooka rounds through the viewing slits at the front. But that wasn't entirely successful, and they had to storm it. And so will we. There's a machine gun round to the right here. Reloading, we'll get him. Okay. Right, you go that way, I'll go this way. Carefully does it. Ooh. Ah. The officers. There we are, that's the slit that they fired bazookas through, or tried to. I think that's cleared out now. Aha, and that music and those planes mean mission accomplished. So there we are, that's Call of Duty 2's version of the Battle of Pointe du Hoc. There was a British commando embedded with the Rangers on the day, Lieutenant Colonel Thomas Trevor, and writing afterwards he remarked that the losses the Rangers suffered before they even reached the beach, they lost 20 men in a landing craft and both supply ships, was enough to abort the mission. But in his words, with the tactical surprise as well as the verve and the dash of the Rangers, it made no difference.
Mission accomplished. Need ammunition and reinforcements. Many casualties. Over.
So truly an incredible military operation. Of the 225 Rangers deployed, only around 90 were left standing at the end of the battle. And of course they stopped the guns from disrupting or even stopping the invasions at Utah and Omaha beaches. So there we are, that was Call of Duty 2 and the Battle of Pointe du Hoc. Let me know what you thought of the game and the history we covered. If you like what you saw, please consider subscribing for more, and I'll see you in the next video.